Rich and I sell homes in Roseville. We live here, and there are still 5 things we would sit our own family down and warn them about before they bought a house in this city. Not deal breakers, surprises. The kind of things that show up after you move in, when they're a lot more expensive to learn. So here's the short version up front: the summer heat, the pace of growth, and what's happening with California home insurance are the 3 biggest surprises for people who move to Roseville. Those are numbers 1, 2, and 4 on today's list. Number 5 is the one that surprises people who've lived here for years, because some homes with a Roseville address are not actually in Roseville, and that difference shows up on your monthly bills. Stick around for that one. If the title brought you here, you're in the right place. All 5 of these are real. They're specific, and every single one comes with the exact move that handles it. I'm Kat Farless, and together with my husband Rich, we work with buyers and sellers all over the Sacramento region, families relocating from San Jose, San Francisco, the Peninsula, Southern California, and honestly all over the country. Plus plenty of local families moving across town. And before we get into the list, let me be clear about what this video is not. This is not a don't move here video. Rich and I think Roseville is one of the best places to land in all of Northern California. That's why we live here and not somewhere else. Loving a place and being honest about it are 2 different jobs, and today we're doing the honest one. And it's the stuff you find out in August, or at your first insurance renewal, or when you open the tax bill. Every one of the 5 things on this list is manageable. Some of them are even advantageous once you understand them, but they're only manageable before you write an offer. After closing, a few of them get expensive. So here's how we'll run it. 5 things, and for each one, I'll give you the context, what it means for your actual house hunt, and the specific move that handles it. I've saved the biggest one for last, and I built the order on purpose. Number 1 sets up number 5. Let's go. Number 1, the heat. And I know everybody says, yeah, I heard it gets hot. Hearing it and living it are 2 different things. In the Sacramento region, summer isn't a heat wave that passes. It's a season. From roughly late June into September, stretches of triple-digit days are normal here. 100 degrees, then 102, then 104, and it can hold like that for a week or more at a time. Now, context, because this is where out-of-area coverage gets it wrong. It's a dry heat, and most evenings the Delta breeze rolls in and cools things off in a way that surprises people from other hot climates. Summer mornings and summer nights here are honestly beautiful. It's the hours in between that you plan around. So what does that mean for your house hunt? It means in this market, the house itself is your heat strategy, and some houses are simply better at summer than others. When Rich and I walk a home with clients in July, here's what we're checking. Which way does the backyard face? A west-facing backyard takes the full afternoon sun. That's your patio, your kids, your play area, and the wall your air conditioner is fighting from 3 to 8 p.m. East-facing yards often live very differently in July. How old is the HVAC system, and is it sized for the house? A 20-year-old unit on a 2-story home can turn August into a very expensive month. Ask for the age. Ask for the service records. Test it during your inspection, even if you're touring in February. Mature trees, dual zone systems, whole house fans, quality windows, none of these show up in the listing the way granite counters do. And in this climate, they can matter more. And then there's the power bill itself. Here's a local detail relocators almost never know. The city of Roseville runs its own electric utility, Roseville Electric, and its rates typically run meaningfully lower than the surrounding PG&E territory pays. In an air conditioning climate, that difference is real money every single summer. But notice how carefully I said that. The city of Roseville runs its own utility. That assumes your house is actually served by it. And in thing number 5, I'm going to complicate that assumption in a way that catches even locals. Hold that thought. Framing on the heat. This is the trade for everything else. The same climate that gives you those brutal July afternoons gives you outdoor dinners in May and an October so nice it feels like an apology. You don't beat the heat here. You buy a house that's good at it, and then you build your summer around mornings, evenings, and water. Quick ask before number 2. If you're weighing a move to the Sacramento area, drop a comment and tell me which of these 5 you'd already heard about, or which city you're comparing Roseville against. Rich and I read every comment, and your questions decide which videos we make next. It takes 5 seconds and it makes this channel better. And if this is useful so far, subscribe. There's a whole series coming behind this one. Number 2, Roseville is not done being built. And depending on where you buy, you may spend your first several years living next to the construction of what comes next. The single biggest example is happening right now on Roseville's northern border. It's called Placer 1, a master planned community of roughly 2,200 acres in the Sunset area of unincorporated Placer County, just west of Highway 65. At full build-out, the plan calls for about 5,600 homes, roughly 5 million square feet of commercial space, and this is the headline: a planned 4-year university campus. Sacramento State and Sierra College are partnering on a Placer campus designed to serve up to 12,000 full-time students over time. Phase 1 homes are selling right now, and the project reserves the route for a new road called the Placer Parkway, which is planned to eventually connect Highway 65 toward Highway 99. So let's do both sides of this honestly, because there really are 2 sides. The upside is genuine: a university campus close to home, new parks, new schools planned inside the project, new retail, major road investment, and thousands of jobs during and after construction. Projects like this are a big part of why West Placer keeps attracting families. The amenities keep arriving. The consideration is just as real. Build out on this scale takes years, likely decades, for the full vision. That can mean construction traffic on the roads you'd use daily, dirt lots where you expect open space to stay open, and if you buy a resale home in West Roseville, brand new construction nearby competing with your house whenever you eventually sell. And Placer 1 is the big one, but it's not the only one. West Roseville itself is still actively building out. So here's the move. Before you fall in love with any home near the edge of the city, ask one question: what is entitled to be built around it? Not what's there today, what's already approved. That open field behind the backyard fence has a plan attached to it, and the plan is public. City and county planning documents will tell you, and this is a question Rich and I run down for our clients on every single edge of town purchase. Framing: growth is not a defect, it's the receipt. Cities that nobody wants to move to don't build universities, but you should choose your relationship to that growth on purpose. Some buyers want to be 3 minutes from the new campus and the new retail, and some buyers want an established neighborhood where the trees are already tall. Both exist in Roseville. Know which one you're buying. Number 3, and this one blindsides relocating families constantly. Roseville is one city served by 5 different school districts. Inside the city limits, you'll find the Roseville City School District, which covers transitional kindergarten through 8th grade for much of the city. You'll also find Dry Creek Joint Elementary, Eureka Union, and Center Joint Unified serving other portions. And for high school, most of the city feeds into the Roseville Joint Union High School District. Here's why this matters. The boundary lines do not follow the logic you'd expect. They don't follow zip codes. They often don't follow neighborhood names. 2 homes a few blocks apart, same builder, same price point, can be zoned to entirely different districts with the different calendars, different programs, and different campuses. And in a growing city, this gets one layer trickier. As new schools open in the new areas, Attendance boundaries can be redrawn. The assignment a neighbor got 3 years ago is not a guarantee of the assignment you'll get. Now, Rich and I are never going to tell you which district is best because that's not our call to make, and every family weighs things differently. What we will tell you every time is this: verify address by address. The move. Before you write an offer on any home, take the exact street address to the district's own boundary locator. Every one of these districts publishes one, or call the district office directly and confirm current assignments. Do not rely on the listing. Do not rely on a portal website. Those are wrong often enough that we treat them as a rumor, not a source. It's a 10-minute task, and it belongs on your offer checklist right next to the inspection, because this is one of those number 5 style surprises. Cheap to check before you buy, painful to discover after. Quick pause, because a lot of you are meeting us for the first time in this video. Rich and I lead a real estate team based right here, and we work with buyers and sellers across Sacramento, Placer, and El Dorado counties every single day. A lot of them relocating from the Bay Area and out of state. If you're moving here from somewhere else, there's actually one more thing we do for the other end of your move. More on that at the end. And if you're still in research mode, we built something for exactly this stage. It's called the NorCal Reel. One free resource breaking down 8 cities across our region, Roseville included, with neighborhood things to do, dining, parks and trails, and new construction for each one, plus buying timeline and a mortgage calculator so you can run your own numbers. Drop the word guide in the comments and we'll send you the NorCal Reel. That's it, no hoops. Number 4, home insurance. If you're moving from out of state or even from the Bay Area, California insurance market in 2026 works differently than the one you're used to, and it now belongs inside your home purchase, not after. Let's do the honest version, which means both halves of the story, because both halves are true at the same time. Half number 1, California Fair Plan. That's the state's insurer of the last resort, the coverage people use when the traditional market won't write their home, has an approved rate increase averaging 29.1%, and it takes effect on new and renewal policies October 15th of 2026. That number is an average, which means some properties will see more, some will see less, and some will actually see decreases. The increase is weighted heavily toward properties with significant wildfire exposure. Half number 2, and this is the part the headlines skip. The market is also healing. Under the state's new insurance rules, several major carriers have committed to writing more California policies, and the Fair Plan's growth has slowed sharply. In the first quarter of 2026, it added roughly 16,000 new residential policies compared to 35 to 50,000 per quarter in recent years. That slowdown typically means more people are finding traditional coverage again. Now, what does this mean for Roseville specifically? Most of Roseville is flat, suburban, and typically insured in the traditional market. This is not a foothill town where the Fair Plan is the default, but premiums region-wide have climbed in recent years. Quotes can vary a lot from carrier to carrier for the very same house, and things like roof age and nearby open space can move your number. So here are the 3 moves, and the timing is the whole game. Move number 1, get insurance quotes during your inspection period, before contingencies expire, not the week before closing. We treat the insurance quote exactly like the inspection. It's due diligence, and it can be a negotiating fact. Move number 2, shop it. Get more than one quote, because in this market, 2 carriers can price the same house very differently. Move 3, ask every carrier about mitigation and hardening discounts. The Fair Plan alone now offers up to 12 separate wildfire hardening discounts on the wildfire portion of a premium. Things like a Class A roof and a defensible space, and they require documentation, so photograph and file everything. Many traditional carriers credit similar work. Framing. Insurance in California right now is not a reason to avoid buying here. It's a reason to shop early. Document everything and build the real premium into your monthly number from day one. The buyers who get burned are almost never the ones who ask about insurance in week one. They're the ones who asked in the last week of escrow. And number 5, the one I promised you back in the heat section, the one that surprises people who have lived here for years. Some homes with a Roseville mailing address are not in the city of Roseville at all. Here's how that happens. As new construction pushes out past the city's edges, especially on the west and north sides, right where the newest communities are selling, some of those homes sit in unincorporated Placer County. The post office gives them a Roseville address. The map does not give them Roseville services. And the difference is not trivia. It shows up in your actual daily life and your actual monthly bills. Remember thing number 1 when I told you Roseville Electric rates typically run lower than the surrounding area? That's a city utility. It serves the city. A home outside the city limits, even with a Roseville address, is typically served by PG&E or SMUD instead, depending on the parcel. In an air conditioning climate, that can be a meaningfully different summer bill for the identical house across the line. It goes further. Inside city limits, you're served by Roseville's own police and fire departments and the city's utility services. Outside, it's typically the Placer County Sheriff's Office and a local fire district with different agencies handling water and waste. Different providers, different service structures, not automatically worse, but different, and you deserve to know which one you're buying before you buy it. And while we're reading the fine print on a parcel, in the newer communities on the west side, special assessments like Melrose can vary street by street. One block can carry a line item, the next block doesn't. We did the full line-by-line money math on that in our Sacramento cost of living video, so I won't rerun it here. It's linked above if you need the numbers. So here's a 3-line checklist for any home with a Roseville address, and honestly, this works for any city in our region. 1. Confirm whether the parcel is inside the city limits or in unincorporated Placer County. The City of Roseville actually publishes a free interactive tool called the Know Your Boundaries map. You type in the address and it tells you, along with which agencies serve it. Takes about 30 seconds. Number 2, confirm the actual electric provider for that specific parcel. Don't assume from the neighborhood name. Verify the parcel. And number 3, pull the property tax bill and read every line item before you write the offer, so the number you budget is the number you'll pay. Framing. None of this makes an unincorporated home a bad buy. Some of our clients specifically prefer county parcels, and some of the region's most exciting new communities, including Placer 1, are being built in the county. The point is simpler than that. Know which version of Roseville you're buying. The address on the mailbox is marketing. The parcel is the truth. So there they are, the 5 things Rich and I would warn our own family about. The heat is a season, so buy a house that's good at summer. The city is mid-build, so know what's approved around you. 5 school districts share one city, so verify by address. Insurance belongs in your inspection period, not your last week of escrow. And the address on the mailbox isn't the parcel? Check your boundaries before you buy. Notice what all 5 have in common. Every single one is cheap to handle before the offer and expensive to discover after. That's really the whole video. Now, 2 paths from here, depending on where you are. If you're still comparing Roseville against Rocklin, Lincoln, Folsom, El Dorado Hills, grab the NorCal Reel. It breaks down all 8 of the cities we work in with neighborhoods, dining, parks and trails, and new construction for each, plus the buying timeline and a mortgage calculator. Comment guide and we'll send it over. If you're further along, you know it's the Sacramento area, and you're ready to talk specifics, reach out directly. Our contact information is in the description, and there's no charge for a call. No pressure at all. We just want you to get this right. And if your move starts with selling a home somewhere else, the Bay Area, Southern California, out of state, that's the thing I teased earlier. Rich and I maintain a vetted referral network of agents in markets all over California and across the country. We handle everything on this end, and we connect you with someone we trust on that end, so both sides of your move are covered by people who actually talk to each other. If this video helped, subscribe, share it with whoever else in this decision with you, and drop us a comment. We really do read them all. The next video is linked right now in the corner. Roseville versus Rocklin versus Lincoln, where we put all three cities side by side so you can see which one actually fits you. Go check it out next. I'm Kat Farless. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next one.